parts, right? That is a $110,000 car. You're going to pay $110,000 in parts and maintenance, and you get what I'm saying? It's just because you got it for $6 doesn't mean you're going to pay the same price as you would for a Toyota Corolla.
So I bought that.
Well, what do you buy?
I got
521. What year?
07.
07? It's not a bad car. You're just under the line, in my opinion. When it comes to the BMWs, if it's 2010 and later, you're really in the shit because all the technology is super expensive. The 525 is a good base model car. The motors have put in everything for 20 years before that. It's a good car. You're not going to deal with the major mechanical problems, but you will pay through the nose for all the technology that goes wrong on the car.
What did I say? He's gonna pay, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna pay.
You know what BMW stands for, right?
BMW is gonna bring
Break my wallet. Big money wasted. Bring money with you.
Do not stop. I tell you guys.
Hey, I got one for you. Keep in mind, right, when it comes to BMW, I've been marked for life. I got an M tattoo when I was 18 years old, right? So when it comes to BMW, I'm really making fun of myself. But what's the difference between a BMW and a porcupine?
Both of them hurt when you touch it, right when you got paper, right?
With the porcupine, the pricks are on the outside. Yeah. Everyone got that one? That land okay? I know it's late, but the implication being on the BMW, the pricks are on the inside. So that's true. Anyway, no, I got nothing against it, but usually by the time they get to their third owner or so, all the maintenance for the last 20,000, 30,000 miles has been deferred, and then it all lands on you when shit goes wrong.
I'm the second owner.
Second owner? You're better than having to be the third owner then. Chances are the first owner took good care of it. How many miles?
No,
Damn, the original owner put over 200 miles on the
Once you pass 100,000 miles, do not listen to this guy. Once you pass 100,000 miles, it's it. BMW, look at BMW website. They tell you, once you reach 100,000 miles, that's it. Bring it in. You need a water pump, air intake, manifold, gas intake.
Now,
you need all of that.
but listen, if the car, no, because if the car went to 200, chances are they did that work at least once.
Yeah,
At least once. Right? Now the question is, did they do it again at 200?
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, the best thing you can do is set aside. No, don't sell it. Listen, it's the car you want, it's the car you got.
No, it's gonna cost you. Listen, I'm gonna buy it for free.
But listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna give you real advice. If you're making steady money, put that money aside on a regular basis. Save $200 a month. Put that aside because you're gonna need it eventually.
Hey, bro, you got a lot to say about it. That can buy a house in some different country. That can buy a house in some different country.
He's saying move to Guyana and get a fucking pad down there.
No, you can move to any different country.
No.
Even Ohio, you can get a nice house in Ohio. Sell a BMW.
Listen, I can't tell you how many of my students bought a BMW thinking it was going to be as expensive to fix as it was to buy. And that if you can break that misconception for yourself and you can already accept that this is a car that costs 65, 70, 80 new, and therefore I've got to put the money into it like a 65, 70, $80,000 car. If you can rationalize that to yourself, you don't need to defend it to anybody else. It's your car, right? But no doubt these guys are going to rip on you if you end up coming here with the backpack and walking from there, right? If you end up chasing the BMW for a bus pass, somebody's going to make fun of you at some point.
My boy, I come from accounting background. If you enjoy your money, get rid of it.
Not buy a BMW. And someone out of the pack go and buy a BMW.
Listen,
The last class,
It's nothing but money. You store money out every time. Every little thing you want to do.
there was a student begging the principal on his knees, please let me fix the car. I can't go home, and she said, no, you cannot work on a car inside the lab. And he gets mad. Woo! Beating up the BMW outside.
what, you hitting him with a wrench? I'm not going to fix anything.
Everything went on him at once. 2-tire puncture, radiator leak, air intake leak, everything just
They're
going
finicky cars, but when it comes to fixing them, fix it right the first time, or else you'll fix it over and over and over.
Yeah, but
again.
Postgres,
spend money on good cars.
My
Take the
dad got
time
a
to do the
BMW.
job right,
He did
research
the-
it right.
I
Those
think,
kinds of things will make a difference.
The airflow.
Yeah.
You can have a
Set
secondhand
full time.
BMW and be fine.
Full time.
I mean, listen, I've owned
I
7
said, I've been
BMWs.
told my dad, throw that shit away.
Yeah, that's my dream car now, BMW.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you this, I want plastic on the seat. When I drive it to 90 miles, I hand it to back.
I mean, listen,
I like Jeep.
of the two, you chose the right one. Because if you got into a Benz, you'd be pushing it here every day. those are, dude, the kind of problems you run into in Mercedes, that's champagne problems.
That
That's
didn't
it.
work.
Coming from somebody who worked at the dealer and independent
Yeah,
for
you
about
were
10 years
pushing
of
it.
my career, the difference is Mercedes are not built for the person that needs to get from point A to point B
exactly.
as cheap as possible, as efficiently as possible, day after day after day. A Mercedes-Benz is built for the person who wants to get from point A to point B in as much luxury and comfort and style as possible. But when that thing breaks, it shouldn't be a problem because the neurosurgeon that owns it has 2 Porsches and a truck to drive,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
But if you are trying to make it to your fast food job or something in an SL55,
Yeah.
you're gonna find out you can't even afford it real quick. So of the
Exactly.
two, you pick the right headache to have. Not,
Yeah.
not that any headache is good, but you pick the right one. So don't, like I said, don't
Listen.
let anybody tell you nothing about
Best
it,
car to
but
own.
you gotta pay the
If
price.
it's not a Toyota, see there, a Hyundai.
You know what kind of car is my favorite? Everyone asks me this question. What kind of car I would buy full stop? One with a warranty. My wife's car, you best believe the minute the warranty expires, I'm trading that thing in to get another one with a warranty. I don't want to have to lift a fucking finger to fix her car. I still do.
warranty.
I do her maintenance and everything else,
Yeah.
but listen,
Warranty.
I don't like to fix cars after fixing cars all day. That's me personally. Some
No,
of y'all are
no,
younger.
no.
Firestone, what was your name again? Kamari? With a K, right? All right, Kamari.
I don't do
I'm not
want
gonna
to
remember. Oh, it's
fix
on
my
your
own
shirt.
car.
What an asshole. I could have just looked at your shirt. So, Kamari might have the energy right now to do a 9-hour shift at Firestone and go home and throw wrenches on his project car for another 5 hours.
Yeah.
You can do that for a while, but when you get up there a little bit, you start losing the interest in fixing your project cars. Not that it doesn't happen, not that you shouldn't like aspire to do that, but at the end of the day, what you should aspire to do is have a successful business that you don't have to work 9 hours a day at, so you can work on your projects on the side.
That's
You know what I mean? If you can put in 4 and get paid, you're good.
No, I've not done it.
Best motor, one you don't have to work on. No, I mean,
Yes, I don't know. That's all
don't
I
motor
took
swap
care
your
of in
5
front.
series.
That's it.
Don't motor swap your 5 series. If the motor blows up, put another BMW motor in with lower mileage.
Different
Don't
station.
motor swap it. You are just inviting the world to hurt.
World of-
I had a student in my class who had an older 5 Series, Josh
we
Davis.
can ask him.
And by the way, he doesn't even work on cars now. He graduated my class, went to the dealer for a year, and now he works at the city working on the trolleys, more or less the MARTA trains, right? More or less the same thing. And he makes way more than he was making at the dealership. Way more. So just saying, there's other jobs out there throwing wrenches that pay. If you were going to swap it, like I said, replace it with an original motor. Josh custom built the motor for his car. He took the original block, machined it, blueprinted it, bored it out, stroked it, put a lot of custom work into it. The car took about 2 years of weekly work, about 15 hours a week. So you had 15 times 100, so call it 1,500 hours of work went into that car building. Full time, 40 hours a week, what is that?
3 weeks?
8 months, 9
1,500?
months?
No, that's more than that.
Of full 40-hour work weeks to make that happen, that's a motor swap. I can tell you from my own experience. I built a V5 S4 for a military guy in San Diego. Including the purchase of the car, about 55 grand to take it and tune it up and build it up. So upgraded turbos, balanced and blueprinted, forged internals, 2 bigger turbos, bigger injectors, swapped out the transmission, suspension, stop tech brakes, built it for it. Yeah, built the whole car. 2 years. And when the time I was done with that car, because he stopped paying me, by the time I was done with it, I probably had easy 2,000 hours with it. Easy. I got paid for like 100 of them. So lost leader for me. But yeah, you live and you learn, you know. But in all seriousness, I recommend, depending on where you're at in your life, right? Listen, and I've told you this before too, because a lot of y'all want to have like rocket ships and the car you drive to work every day, right? Y'all want the Hemi-powered rocket barge that goes zero to 60 in 3 seconds, and you got a job you got to get to every day. You can have a race car, or you can have a daily driver, but you cannot have both at the same time, right? A daily driver gets you from point A to point B.
Turn to your left. Turn to your left.
What?
Turn to your left.
Yeah.
Tell him.
What, am I talking to you here?
Yeah.
That's your infinity out there.
Does it give you problems? Is it because it's slammed? How many oil pans you gone through? None yet? Not yet. Okay, not yet. I hear that. No, and listen, I'm not talking shit, but it's that challenge of having a heavily modified car. It's not going to work the way it was intended, right? Not for nothing, but that Infinity can make it to work and back forever if you just kept it stock. My guess is, though, that's not fun. So you got to strike that balance and realize you're giving something up to get something back, right? For the stance, and it looks good, right? Is it the one with the white wheels or the one with the gold wheels? White wheels, it looks good. It's got a good stance on it. But for the stance, my guess is the ride quality kind of sucks. You go through tires like crazy? Okay. And not for nothing, but you're also wearing the shit out of your suspension components about 3 times as fast as you need to, and your wheel bearings. Let me just ask you this: are takeovers a thing in Georgia as much as they are in California? Yeah. Can you go slide that shit in the pit? All right. You're gonna burn through wheel bearings because when you're talking about sliding that car sideways, you're putting the wrong load on the wheel bearings. So my guess is when you're driving down the freeway, even when the exhaust is quiet, which is probably not because you probably cut out the resonators, right? Because the VQ is loud. You didn't modify the exhaust? I did. Oh, you did? Straight pipe? Straight pipe. Okay. Good. Yeah. I would say nothing less than a VQ over. No, I'm just talking shit. My guess is if you're not hearing the drone, you're probably hearing a wheel bearing winding around. If you're sliding it a lot. The wheel bearings on those things are not really bulletproof. So just make sure when you get the rear wheels in the air or something when you're checking it out, check the play on those wheel bearings so you're not sliding through the pit and you kick the wheel off on somebody and then it gets real messy. Then you got to get the fuck out of the car before somebody kicks your windshield in and lights it on fire. So just check your wheel bearings, right? But I mean, I apologize for diatribing here. You guys have got 30 minutes of class left, and I feel like we haven't done much learning this last hour. So you guys want to do a quick review of what we talked about tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you gonna give us another experiment?
I was going to, but you can kind of see it over on the toolbox. I was trying to make a mixture of alcohol and gasoline that we'd be able to separate out and show a better example. But apparently it's hard to get your hands on isopropyl alcohol. I went to 3 different Family Dollars and they don't even have it on campus. So I tried using hand sanitizer because this is ethyl alcohol. It's more or less the same thing. But whatever binds this hand sanitizer, separated out right away. So I couldn't really run the experiment.
Okay.
So do you guys know what the difference is between methanol and ethanol? Yes? All right. What's the difference between methanol and ethanol?
Oh, you gotta Google it. You don't know.
No, I actually have it right here on my phone.
All right. No. We'll talk it through. Okay.
I got you.
You don't need to Google it.
No, I'm not. I swear. It's in my discussion board. I swear.
I know. I believe it because it is
Trying
a
to get you
discussion
over
board.
top.
All right. So I give you 2 glasses. This one has ethanol. This one has methanol. Which one would you drink?
Ethanol.
Why?
Because it's made out of food. Made from food.
It's made from crops.
Very good. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Those were all the right answers. Ethanol is tasty. Methanol is deadly. Ethanol, yes, very good. I like what you said about being refined from food. Because when you're talking about corn, I mean, I'm a bourbon and a whiskey guy, me personally, so like it comes from mash, right? Mash is a grain, you ferment it, they take it to make beer, you take the spent barley, you make whiskey out of it. Or moonshine, right? We're in the South, everybody knows a little bit of like, white lightning or whatever. Once again, made from mash, it's made from food products. Methanol can be made from fermenting non-food products. Think like wood, coal, plastics. All these kinds of things. So what they do with the ethanol you get at the pump is they denature it by adding methanol to it.
Yeah.
So it's ethanol plus methanol. Hand sanitizer is ethanol because it has to be non-toxic. If this was methanol, people would be getting dead over it because I don't know if y'all remember pandemic time, shit got real weird out there.
Yeah. That's because Trump told everyone you can kill yourself.
People were drinking fucking hand sanitizer.
What?
And they were cranking it out using industrial methanol to make hand sanitizer. There was a non-insignificant number of people that drank methanol hand sanitizer and died from it. Not, listen, they fucked up drinking hand sanitizer to begin with, okay? Let's be clear. That's like drinking Sterno. And I don't know,
because Trump told him you can get rid of the COVID with bleach.
So dumbass, listen.
That's some real old shit. That's some
listen to him.
hardcore alcoholic
No, they
shit. Sterno is jet fuel. Like literally, it's what you use to like power stoves and stuff. The heavy-duty alcoholics would drink Sterno. Heavy duty, but it's straight poison. Straight
You don't
poison.
recall
It'll
him saying
destroy
that?
your liver.
You don't recall him saying that?
So,
Saying what?
ethanol is tasty.
You can get rid of COVID by
Methanol
drinking
is
bleach.
deadly.
I don't remember him saying
All right,
that.
one more question for you related to ethanol. Who here has seen Ricky Bobby? The Talladega
Ain't
Nights?
first, you ain't,
Okay.
you ain't first to last.
Ain't first to last, right? Shake and bake, all that.
Yeah,
You remember in the intro of the movie when he's running around going, I'm on fire, oh, thank the Lord, baby Jesus, all that. Do you guys know that's an actual real thing? So, in stock car racing, in the past, in mini car racing, even formula racing, they have used methanol as a fuel in racing, and ethanol as a fuel in racing. But when ethanol and methanol burn, it burns with an invisible flame. You can't see it, and especially during daylight.
I've seen that.
If you guys want nightmares for the next week, go on YouTube and look up methanol fires because they are on fire. They are burning, but you can't see it.
I watched 911.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, it's a terrifying thing, but it's a real thing. Methanol fires used to be a thing. Now we don't use methanol anymore because it's fucking crazy dangerous, but that is a real thing. So that's your tidbit when it comes to Ricky Bobby. Is that the "Help me, Lord Jesus, I'm on fire" thing? That was really because methanol fires are
methane, right?
actually
Hey, methane is in cigarettes.
methane is a gas. Methane is a greenhouse gas.
Sorry,
It's not the same thing.
He was asking. I don't smoke cigarettes.
Oh, in cigarettes? Oh, dude, there's all kinds of good shit in cigarettes, but
It ain't got the good stuff. Not that California now.
it's like a super light blue. You can't see it during daylight.
You got to turn off all the lights.
Yep.
And it's like a foam to put it out. You can't put it out with extinguish.
You have to extinguish it. You have to smother it in order to put it out. Yeah. Remember, there's a fire triangle, right? There's three things you need for a fire to take place. You need an ignition source, you need fuel, and you need oxygen.
Yep.
So you can put out a fire by taking any one of those things away. So when you're using a fire extinguisher, like a foam extinguisher, you're suffocating the fire, you're taking away the oxygen, right? The other things you can do, like a water, you're putting a hose on something, you're taking away the heat, the ignition source, right? The other thing, when you're taking away the fuel, you can take away like a CO2 extinguisher. Once again, taking away the fuel from the source of the fire. You have to have all three to have a fire. So all safety has to revolve around mitigating those.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So like, when the Tesla catch on fire, is it really that hard to put it out?
Yes.
Right now, and I think seriously, at this very moment,
I would have never advised you.
there is a
to go near
container
one.
ship off of the coast of Alaska that's been burning for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I don't even want to show that on TV.
2
That's
weeks?
what I'm
Yeah.
telling you, yeah, because that's the component.
A boat.
No, a boat, a container ship.
Ain't it from all that
You
lithium?
guys ever been
Yeah,
to a
they have the
container ship?
components.
Yeah.
They're huge. They're massive. It's hard to even comprehend how big they are. The container ship was moving something like 300 or 600 cars. They're running into a problem regularly where transporting electric vehicles across the ocean, the salt water is corroding the batteries, causing problems, and the cars are catching fire. You cannot put that out aside from mitigating the heat. You can't remove the
Do
fuel.
they just
you
throw
can't remove
the car in
oxygen.
the
only
ocean?
thing- What's that?
They throw the car in the ocean?
No, they throw the ocean in the boat. Seriously.
Oh, no.
What they call that? They're not jetted.
Yeah, ghost ship? No. But what they did, the whole crew got evacuated off the boat, and then Coast Guard just monitored it for like a week, watching it burn, because there's nothing else you can do, because there's too much heat. So to answer your question about the Tesla, firefighters are having to change the whole way they approach firefighting because of the danger of electric vehicles.
And don't they self-ignite too?
I don't know, self-ignite's not,
circumstances.
I don't know about self-ignite. There's got to be something that sets
Spark.
it off, right?
Yeah,
There's got to
some
be.
spark.
but that's why, like, when it comes to electric vehicles, no aftermarket chargers, no rigging, nothing, none of that stuff, because it's so prone to a fire. Like, I think even Hyundai and Kia tell you don't park your car in the garage because it's likely to catch fire. Or if it does,
Whoa, they say you can't even park it in the garage?
there's some of them will say if you park the car in the garage, we're not liable for the damage it causes if it burns down. So there's all kinds of, like, so there's a modern tool out there, and it looks like a half of a shipping container, and it's a dunk tank. And what you do is, as a firefighter, let's say you burn, a Tesla burns down and it keeps burning, they use a crane, put that car in that dunk tank, which has recirculating water, and they recirculate for 4 days to put the fire out. So it's just pumping cold water on it for 4 days. It takes tens of thousands of gallons of water to put out. You're really just managing the fire. You're just keeping the heat down so it doesn't ignite the other parts of the car, right? Because really, you can't control whether or not the batteries are burning. Once they catch, they're gonna burn. But it's a question of all the plastics and electronics and interior and wheels and tires and all that other stuff burns with it. So they just try and keep the car as cold as possible to prevent it from, complete thermal runaway.
The Tesla burning. I just can't
This
find
is the guy burned to death.
Those Waymos that burned in LA were electric. Those Waymos that burned in LA were electric.
I ain't never been on one of those.
Huh?
I ain't never been on one of those.
Well, I wouldn't get an autonomous car if you take me. But those were electric.
Exactly.
They burned real good. They burned all the way down to the concrete. Flat. Not a lot of cleanup left to go. But really eco-conscious when you think about it. No, it does. It takes a lot more effort. And the other part to it too is that you got high voltage cabling all over the car. In an accident, they're going to have to cut parts of the car to get you out in a real bad accident. Well, now they got to be concerned about cutting into 800 volts of energy.
Ooh.
Right? So they got to know where to cut on the car. So firefighters are getting hit with all this shit. If you want an opinion on how dangerous electric cars, go find a firefighter and ask them, what do you think about electric vehicle safety?
I'm gonna ask my dad.
Is he a firefighter?
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be straight with you then. Yeah, my guess if he's still active, especially because they got to do training
I will tell you,
every year.
do not go
He a
near one
lieutenant.
son.
He a lieutenant in the city of Atlanta.
Oh, really? Oh, he knows. Yeah,
I'm gonna ask him.
yeah. For sure he knows. If he's a lieutenant, he's going to have to manage the training and stuff like that for his squad. He knows.
Do not go near one.
But what about those Cybertrucks? How you feel about the Cybertrucks? And the
They
fact
burn
you can,
just as
you
good as
can,
a Tesla. They are one, but no, I mean, from an aesthetic, here's my problem with the Cybertruck, is that it is like giving a loaded 45 caliber automatic handgun to a toddler.
With no safety.
With no safety.
What do you mean?
It's
One of
insanely
the
dangerous.
old 45 too. When they touch
Yeah. like an old one, right? It's sitting in the drawer a long time. My point being, it's more or less 6,000 pounds of car, capable of accelerating to lethal speed under 4 seconds, and all you need to drive it is a learner's permit,
If I did that.
right? But it's 6,000
It
pounds of
make
power.
us
It
so-
should not handle the way it handles, right? Plus, the steering wheel is not connected to the front wheels.
They already had a recall on it because of the acceleration
Because
pedals.
the steering is controlled electronically. They have had issues with the wheels turning opposite directions on those cars.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you could get me started on Tesla, but I wouldn't stop.
Yeah, I got you.
I've done way too much reading and research on that company to not talk about it. But like I said, the issue for me is it's not responsible. When you run into the issues with deaths from the Cybertruck, it's almost always because the owner lost control of the vehicle. Because it's 6,000 pounds accelerating 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. It doesn't make sense. Thanks for your help tonight.
So you're just saying just because the speed capability, that's the reason you say.
It's a rocket ship. There's nothing out there that drives like a Cybertruck, right? It's insanely fast and insanely heavy. It
So
should,
you say, how fast can it go? Zero
Y'all-
to what?
Y'all
0 to 60
seen?
in under 4 seconds. It's like 3.8 seconds.
Y'all seen when it had raced the Ferrari? Y'all seen?
Oh, they're stupid quick.
Man, I had seen the
You
video.
know, okay, you guys know about the Hummer EV, the electric Hummer? How much do you think the Hummer EV weighs?
Well, like
30,000.
at least a more Hummer.
How much?
30,000.
8,000. Like no.
30,000 pounds?
Yeah.
Wait,
That's a little
wait.
much.
So you're saying like the Hummer, like a regular Hummer?
No. A Hummer EV. It's a new model of Hummer.
Okay.
It's an electric Hummer.
I'll say like 8,000.
You seen one out there? Dude, that thing rides like right here. Dude, you can't even see in the window when it's driving by.
Yeah. How many pounds, man?
Yeah. So the Hummer EV weighs 10,000 pounds.
Oh, this is like an F350. Them things is heavy.
Yeah, it's 10,000 pounds, but once again,
Why
0 to
is-
60
why
in under
is
5
towing
seconds.
a Porsche?
Yeah, that's a lot of killing force.
I'm just saying
Can they get towed with another car in this video?
it doesn't move like a vehicle does,
Nothing wrong.
right?
No.
You're right.
It's not. Oh, well, hold on.
Dude, those things shit get, they move.
Hold on, my fault. The Cybertruck was towing something? Oh, my
Yes,
fault,
bro.
my fault, my fault.
beat a Porsche while towing a Porsche.
Yeah.
2.6 seconds.
What?
I don't trust numbers they publish, but it's fast. It's under 4.
Oh,
Yeah, it says 2.6 and 3.9.
Is that the Hummer?
Oh, it's like the Cyber Beast tri
Look
mode.
louder.
So that means it's a.
It's just the high trim level, but it's still under 4 seconds for most models. It's just it's too much vehicle moving too
I'll give you
quickly
it as a person.
without someone experienced
All
behind
right.
the wheel.
What you think about that new electric Challenger?
Electric Challenger.
Ain't it a